at Thoughtrobbers tonight. A miniature solo exhibition of mine, and since so many people that I know and love could not come and be with me for this, I thought I'd take a little video of the show just to kind of give you an idea of what I do and who I am. And so quickly I'm going to show you this right here is about the show itself. It's titled You Can't Make a Silk Purse Out of a Sow's Ear, which I can and will explain later. There's my business card. And then as we come in, you can kind of see what's going on here. I'll kind of walk you around the room. This is definition of collage. If you guys are interested in any of the things that have writing on them and you want to know what they say, please just instant message me or PM me or hit me up on Facebook or whatever, and I will get you the script of it so you can read it. This is 7 Deadly Sins, and it's just called Lust. So continuing around the room, there's a little stack of books here and a little flower. And deep inside it says willful and gives the definition for that. So I will give you more details about the show itself and why I've done what I've done here. Happily do that. I'll include it in the comments on this or the description of it. So here's my QR code in case somebody wants to find me, and some fun little odd things on the desk. And these were left here so that people could write things to me, thoughts, observations. That's a little thing that talks about who I am and what I do and where you can find me. Here's one of my pieces. It's been around for a while, but I like it very much. Describes me. And then some more things about me, and this I'll talk about a little bit later. But then as we come around here and we go down, there's a little mouse in the shoe. Hi, mouse. And a dress on a twig hanger. This is one of those things that I made out of nothing. It was a pair of pants and a plastic rosary and some seam binding. I really love to make things out of nothing, seemingly nothing. There's one of my little suitcases that I've made, and I'm going to show you some of the art pieces themselves and talk a little bit about why I used such unconventional canvases. There's a reason for that, but I just wanted you guys to see some of the pieces themselves. And then it says short stories up there, you can see. And this was supposed to look like a little antique vanity in a tiny little flat somewhere. Sad and forlorn. There's me, hello! And then some more pieces over here. They're all titled, they all have tiny little stories. Some of them have things written on the back or the inside of them. She's kind of interesting and dangerous. And then you can see here that this was another wall, the fourth wall of the studio that I'm in. It's Thoughtrobbers Gallery, by the way. It's 520 Fremont Street in the Emergency Arts Building. It's pretty wonderful. The blue light was for effect. That's another piece right there that says all we need is love. Untamed. It's made out of a 10-cent Christmas ornament. And the strainer bits and pieces off a vegetable steamer. And one of my altered art shrines right here. That's titled In Guad We Trust, because it's got Guadalupe. And so if I come around here a little bit, I'm going to close the door just a hair because there's so much noise. But I thought that I would kind of try to give you guys an idea of why I did what I did. I like using unconventional canvases for many reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is simply because I have a hard time confining myself to conventional canvas. I think that there's art everywhere. There's art on cars and art on clothes and art on canvases, and artists, you know, can use, it's a free art supply world out there. Go out there and find something and make some art. So this was because I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about this, because it was to me so interesting, not just to take things and upcycle them or to make them seem nicer or more important than they were, but maybe possibly exactly that, to make them more precious or more refined somehow. And I asked the viewer to come in and look at this installation and ask themselves, how can something be upcycled, or made more important, made more than the sum of its parts? There were several questions. How do you feel about transmutation or transmuting? How do you feel about the alchemy of art? But this was something I thought was interesting, because the little deer in here is literally a plastic dime store deer, painted gold, and this way he seems to be so without value, so of little value. But if you take him and you put him under glass, for some reason everything seems more important under glass, which I thought was an interesting observation about the whole process here. Tiny little things that, you know, actually made it feel like somebody might live in here. But that was the whole idea, was to show you that art is everywhere. Art is what you think it is or make of it. Art is free. Art is out there in the world. Go make some art. So this is the show. Like I said, it's titled "You Can't Make a Silk Purse Out of a Sow's Ear." There is a literal, figurative, and literal interpretation of that, as well as an origin. I kind of took it a step further because it was a Momily to me. It was something my grandmother used to say to me as a child, and I always thought it was interesting. I love words and plays on words, and so can I make a silk purse out of a sow's ear? I don't know, but I definitely attempted to try that. Anyway, I love it. If you guys have sat through this entire diatribe, I appreciate that anyone anywhere really cares about what I'm doing or is interested in what I'm doing at all. I love making art and sharing art and talking about art and being artful, living an artful life. So come and find me here. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. I have a Flickr blog. I have a Tumblr blog, and I have an actual web page, Facebook web page for G-Spot Gallery and Boutique. So come find me. I invite any and all conversation, and would love to talk to you about anything you'd like to talk about. So thank you again for coming. Love you. Bye.